What's up, my fellow Cowboys fans? My name is Like. Welcome to DBFT, and we are now 11-5. All right. Um, a lot happened this game. I'm gonna get to it. As well as our seedings. I want to talk first about like the whole call at the end, right? There's a lot going on Sports Center, and I'm pretty sure on Undisputed to Monday or whenever Undisputed is gonna air. And First Take and whatnot. All the talk shows, all the sports shows are gonna probably be bringing up the way what happened at the end of this game, the penalty that was or wasn't called, whatever. Um, to clear it up, after watching, I did do some extensive research. I started this a little late tonight because I was also trying to figure out our seedings and why we only need the Eagles to lose one of the last two instead of both of the games. Because obviously we're gonna end up in a sort of tied record if they lose one of the games and we win the last game, we're gonna end up with a tied record. So I was just wondering, I was doing some research on my own. I figured it out on my own because they didn't explain it on TV. That conference wins count more than division wins. It's conference first, then it's division wins. Um, because if we win our last game and then the Eagles beat the Giants, we are going to be even with division games. And I'll explain that in a bit. The point is, all right, I also did some research on or I watched the explanation and all that about what happened, the penalty, the penalty, all right? What happened with that penalty? So they got it wrong, okay? Like they got it wrong. Yeah, the referee messed up. Number 70 did not report as eligible. You can see it on the video. The referee, what happened was the referee assumed because 70 was way back there. 68 was already next to him, telling him, hey, I'm reporting as eligible. Apparently, you do this to your jersey when you want to report. And as far as we've seen on all the replays, 70 didn't do any sort of gesture like that. And also wasn't even near the ref. He was just running towards the ref, maybe to get an extra hand in reporting number 68 eligible. I don't know. There's another lineman there as well. Bunch of confusion, right? The correct call, there was two flags thrown on that play. So apparently there was also illegal formation, which for some reason wasn't even said over the mic. I don't remember them saying it. But that one should have stood. Illegal formation. It should have also been illegal man downfield, according to the way they explained it after the game on Sports Center as well with Scott Van Pelt. Like they got it wrong, but it still could have been two other penalties: illegal formation and illegal man downfield. Either way, the Lions should have gotten a penalty. That's what I'm trying to get at. So like the whole, all they, he didn't report as eligible, he did report as eligible thing goes kind of out the window because they should have gotten a penalty on that play either way. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully they clarify that by the time Undisputed and First Take airs and all that. But I'm here first, right, to clear it up for you guys because of the research that I did and of, paying attention to what they're saying. Yeah. So that's that on that. Okay. There should have been a penalty. They just didn't get it right. Okay. They called the wrong one. Whatever you want to say, there still should have been. There was like three penalties or two legit penalties on that play. One of them The one that was called wasn't legitimate. It was like the referee just misread that. You know what I mean? So it's really confusing, honestly. But I hope you get that. And whoever's watching, like, comment, subscribe. My name is Like. Welcome to DBFT. I already said that, but like, comment, subscribe. It helps out a lot. Ring the notification bell. I usually post 1 to 3 hours after the game, depending on how long it takes me to record, depending on how long it takes to upload, all that. So I missed last week. Yeah, it was the holidays, bro. It was the holidays, and that Dolphins game did not, make me want to come on here anyways. You know what I mean? But, you know, I will be on every week after the game for sure, especially our next one, especially the one after that, the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Um, our next game against the Commanders is still TBD, to be determined. They're gonna wait on whatever happens on tomorrow's game. Uh, Somehow, some way, is gonna affect. Like, I feel like it should just be like us winning that sets, because yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the NFL's, their plans, but um, pretty sure by tomorrow we should know what time exactly we're gonna play on Sunday next week. So now, to clarify, okay, I am gonna go through the key plays. Of course, I wrote them down. Excuse me, the game stats and then the player stats. Then I'm gonna give away the game balls. You know what I'm saying, as I do every week. But for right now, I'm about to just give uh, what's going on with us being division champion eligible. All right. So we can still win the division according to the TV, according to SportsCenter. They announced that we have a 25% chance of winning the division still. This NFC East division that we're in. Yes, we can still win it. We could have probably already won it by winning last week. I don't know. It would have been way easier. But the reason why we can still win it, I figured it out on my own. They did not explain it on the TV specifically. They did not do that. They just said if the Eagles lose any one of the last two games and we win the last game, which is against the Commanders next week, then we win the division. They didn't say why. I was just like, what the heck? So I did my own research. Okay, that's why I took a little long to get to start this as well tonight. But according to my research, the conference record, which is the record against our NFC opponents this year, is 8-3. Philly is 7-3. Luckily for us, Philly's last two opponents are NFC opponents. Therefore, that counts as conference opponents. Therefore, if Philly loses either one of the last two games, they're going to have a worse conference record than us if we win our last game. That means we have to win against the Commanders no matter what. We can't lose against the Commanders and still win the division, even if Philly, I believe, let's just say 8-4. Well, I guess if Philly loses the last two games, they're gonna be 7-5, and then here's the point. The point is, I'm looking at the point is that if Philly loses either one of the last two games and of their last two games, and we win the last game, we will have a better conference record than them. Therefore, we will win the division. Yeah. That's how it's going to play out. Since our last game is against the Commanders. You know what I'm saying? That's a division opponent. So we would be 5-1. Let's just say Philly loses next week and then wins. I mean tomorrow. I mean, yeah, I'm already in next week mode. But if Philly loses tomorrow against the Cardinals at 12 p.m., that's when that game is tomorrow. If they lose tomorrow against the Cardinals, and then let's just say they win against the Giants next week, and then we win against Commanders, we'll both be tied with a 5-1 record against division opponents for the year. So that's going to be a tie on that one. But what's going to matter then is the conference record. The conference record goes first before the division record. I somehow always thought it was kind of opposite, but I guess I don't know. That's the explanation towards why if they lose either one, if Philly loses either one of the last two games, and we win the last game, we win the division. Apparently that's why. So hope y'all understood that, and I did my best to explain it. So that's that. I mean, simple, right? I guess, but yeah. Moving on. Whoa. Moving on. Where do I get started? So I have a few facts that I wrote down for this game. I'm trying to do that every week. You know what I mean? So, first of all, moving Micah to linebacker. At least sometimes, not all the times, but in certain situations, usually on running situations, we will have Micah at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? Playing off the ball so that he can chase and run down the running back wherever gap he's going through. I believe that's really smart. I meant to say that in last week's against the Dolphins, but I of course I didn't do that episode. So I was already thinking of that, and then we did it. So that's pretty damn cool. You know what I'm saying? Once again, stuff that I think of, we do. That's dope. I mean, that's dope. It makes me not be so frustrated. You know what I'm saying? That we could be doing something to help us win and they're not doing it. That's frustrating. But they be doing stuff that I be thinking. So that's a good part. But anyways, moving Micah to linebacker is awesome. In running, in potential running situations, you know what I mean? Third and longs, second and longs are usually passing situations. You want to leave Micah as a down lineman. You know what I'm saying? As a defensive end, as a defensive tackle, wherever you line them up. Usually, right? You want to have him there for sure, rushing the quarterback because he's our best quarterback sacker. You know what I mean? He's our best quarterback rusher. So why would we do all that? But he's not our best run defender while being a down lineman. That is why I would make that move to have him at linebacker in potential running situations, because we need to stop the run better. We need to have meet up front on the D line, okay, instead of smaller guys, bro. Now, one of the best defensive tackles we've ever seen play this game in Aaron Donald is undersized for his position. He's more of a defensive end size, sort of. He's also short. You know what I mean? He's undersized, but he's a big dude, bro. He's a big dude either way. Has a lot of weight over Micah. You know what I mean? Micah is a smaller linebacker-ish guy. You know what I mean? That is why he just gets held a lot. Like, you could try to hold back in the day Reggie White, back in the day Michael Strahan, back in the day DeMarcus Ware, Dwight Freeney. I could keep going, you know, but those guys were just extra powerful because they had muscles on top of their weight. You know what I mean? They're just bigger guys. They're usually so Micah is not that big. That is why moving him to linebacker is smart. It's genius, bro. I agree with that through and through. No matter what y'all say. All right, I agree with it. If you don't agree with it, leave it down in the comments. I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, leave it down in the comments if you don't agree. Leave your opinions on the comments always. I welcome that. But yeah, this is our first undefeated season at home. We went 8-0. Congratulations to us, bro. Hell yeah. We went 8-0 on the at home this season. We protected our house, bro. That's crazy. You know what I mean? And besides that, we've won 16 straight at home. 16 straight games at home. And it's our first undefeated at home record season since 1981. You know what I'm saying? That's big, bro. That's big because we've had some teams after that in the 90s, after that in the 2000s, after that in the 2010s, after that in, you know what I'm saying? And this is the first team to do it since 1981. Go undefeated, have an undefeated home season. Crazy, bro. That is a crazy accomplishment. Like, not that many teams do that. You know what I mean? So that is tremendous. This was our 16th straight home win. Our 16th straight home win. Insane. You know what I'm saying? That's we're becoming, you know, the 12th man, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. That's dope when you have that kind of home field advantage. It's like, you know, CD. Moving on to the next one. CD Lamb is now the record holder of most receptions in a season for our franchise, the Dallas Cowboys. Most receptions in the season and also most yards in the season, in a single season. 122 receptions thus far with one game to go and 1,651 yards with one game to go. So that is the record. Congratulations to CD Lamb, bro. That is big, bro. That is big. Okay. Oh, and by the way, our 16 straight home wins is second longest streak in team history for home wins in a row. The first longest streak was 18. 18 home games in a row. So hopefully we can waltz through that record. Hopefully, right? You know, according to what happens in the coming games, we might still have a home game left this season. You know what I'm saying? As the division winner usually hosts at least one home game. The conference winner gets home field advantage throughout the whole playoffs. So we're not gonna win the conference. I think the 49ers already clinched that. Matter of fact, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah. Would have been nice to have home field advantage, and of course we blew last week. You know, we should have won last week. We blew it. You know. But yeah, if we would have won last week, we could have had a chance to get that home field advantage. That would have been a miracle, bro. That would have been a miracle. You know, despite all the stuff that they were talking about as not being a road team and this and this and that. If we would have won last week, which we could have on the road, it would have just killed all of those allegations, if you want. you know, they're real. Okay, they're real. We can't win on the road. I mean, we're a little bit below 500 on the road. Not that much. It's like a game under 500 on the road. But you know, we're not a great road team. I mean, that's what the season says. I mean, it's there. So there's evidence of it. It is what it is. But yeah, CD gets the record. 227 yards this game. Second most by a Cowboys player since 1970. So even then, he got the record of he got the single season record. He also had a single game record. Second most by Cowboys players since 1970. He's there. He's there. He's in the record books. You know what I'm saying? Second most. Okay, he didn't break the record for that, but damn, that's dope as hell. So look at CD, making noise in the record books. That's dope. And by the way, when Michael Irvin, you know what I'm saying, broke that record of receptions in the season, he won the Super Bowl. So we're waiting. We're waiting for that to happen too for CD Lamb, right? But now, now that I explained all that, okay, I'm gonna get on with the key plays for the game. And yeah, we'll run down through the key plays right here. Bear with me. Through this. And not as many key plays as I usually write down, matter of fact. But I try to write down as much as I could. Whatever I saw, usually. That's usually the case, but it's just like this is what I came up with. So 14 minutes left in the first quarter, right when it started, basically. Could have stopped them for a 3-and-out. Could have stopped them for a 3-and-out, but we gave up the 3rd and 10. That was Jordan Lewis on the coverage. Jordan Lewis has been playing tremendous behind the line of scrimmage. He's been making some tackles for us, bro. He's looking like a safety out there. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Lewis is doing really good. Unfortunately, he also looks like a safety during his coverages. Not being able to hold his man. You know what I'm saying? So, most safeties can't hold their man. That's why they're safeties, not corners. But Lewis gives up the first down on 3rd and 10. They gain 11 yards, and they get the first down. Could have stopped them. That would have been a punt, and we wouldn't have held them to a field goal because that would have been a punt. But they get a field goal with 10 minutes in the first quarter. So it's 3-0. All right. But we got to stop teams on 3rd and longs, guys. We just have to. If we want to be a top team, if we want to win the Super Bowl, we are a top team. I don't know why I said that. But if we want to win the Super Bowl, we have to stop 3rd and longs consistently. All right. The past couple weeks, we ain't been doing that so well. All right. Not the 3rd and longs. The 3rd and shorts we're a little better in somehow. I don't understand that. But, we had another strong game on 3rd down conversions on offense and on defense today. But it's just the 3rd and longs that kill us somehow, bro. The 3rd and shorts, we're good. We stop them. But the 3rd and longs, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with us on that. But let me bring up. There we go. Getting my stuff ready for right now when I go through the stats. But yeah, We did good on I think we were 7 for 14 on third down conversions, and they were like 3 for 14 or something like that. 4 for 14. Don't quote me on that. I'll go over it at the end here. But we had another strong third down game, and that ended up being, I mean, sort of the deciding factor in this game. You know what I mean? Overall, we were stopping them on third downs. You know, so that was good to see, and especially at the very beginning. After this, of course, that drive that they got a field goal, we kept on making them punt. We kept on stopping on fourth down. We made them turn over the ball on downs because they went for it on fourth down and stuff like that. Our defense did awesome, bro. Our offense was inconsistent in this game once again, which is troubling. But we were playing a hell of a team. So, Dak throws INT trying to make a play and force it to CD. You want CD to get the record early on, get it out of the way, and I understand it. He's trying to force it to CD, but he gets picked. Not such a bad play by Dak. Okay, I don't kill him for that. I mean, he was under fire, and he was just trying to make a play. I get it. You know, he threw it late. He should have thrown it earlier. That's all that really happened there. And because I mean, CD was open right. If the timing was good, CD would have been open, but timing wasn't good. Dak has to elude the rush, and he threw a pick because he threw it on the run, and he threw it late. So that's not a good combination. So you never want to really do that as a quarterback. But he tried. He gave his man a chance. He just underthrew it, and the corner picked it off. Being CD Lamb, you cannot allow the corner to cut you off like that. You have to go towards the ball. CD probably didn't see the guy, but whatever. But the point is, you have to come to the ball. Don't let it come to you. You always hear that in basketball and in football. Okay, so come towards the ball. Don't let it come to you. And CD didn't do a good job of that, and this quarterback got picked because of it. He could have at least been, like Brandon Cooks and broken it up like last week, the week before. That Brandon Cooks has done that a couple times when Dak underthrows it or whatever. Cooks is going to break up that ball because he's going to come back towards the ball. CD, on the other hand, doesn't do that for the most part. But, it is what it is. 8 minutes in the first quarter, that's what happened. Dak throws a pick. He doesn't throw that many picks, as you saw. He has the best. Before the game, they announced it. He has the best touchdown to interception ratio in the league. He leads the league in that, And he got 2 more touchdowns this game, and he got only 1 interception, so that even helped it. So yeah, I mean, he leads the league on the touchdown to interception ratio. So according to that, he does not throw too many interceptions this season. So, we'll allow it, especially when we win. Okay, he's trying to make a play. I get it. Micah, but you can't do that. You can't throw late. Okay, Micah gets TFL on run, playing from the linebacker position. Okay, came in like Ray Lewis and shot through the gap and stopped it in the backfield, bro. 5 minutes in the first quarter, Micah gets TFL on run. Then Armstrong, all right. Armstrong got the sack on the next play on third down and forced the punt. All right, so there we go. That's when we start forcing them punts in a row, And then 3 minutes in the first quarter. Who can forget? And let me talk a little bit about. Hold on. Let me talk a little bit about the Micah TFL, right? Tackle for loss, in case y'all don't know. That's why I would use Micah at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He's too small to play on the line. But when you play linebacker, the D line ain't always gonna, the O line ain't always gonna pick you up the same way that they would a D lineman. You know what I mean? They're not gonna play you the same. You're off the ball. It's harder to account for you when you're off the ball because they don't know if you're coming or going into coverage. That's what makes Micah a stronger run defender in those situations when he's a linebacker. All right, because he's not gonna get held by or taken out of the play by a big offensive lineman twice his size. You know what I mean? Um, that's why I would play Micah at linebacker during running situations. 1st and 10, 2nd and short, 3rd and short. Play him at linebacker. Why do you have him in as a lineman if he's 1/3 the size of any offensive lineman? Like, come on, bro. You know, it's just common sense. Why have Bell and in there on 3rd and shorts or running situations? Why have Bell at linebacker? Put we let go of Rashaan Evans. But put I personally, this is what I wanted to say too. We have tremendous depth at defensive end, right? I personally would use and athletic defensive ends, couple of athletic defensive ends, speed wise. You know what I mean? That can stick with tight ends and whatever in coverage. You know what I mean? The assignments that linebackers are given. So and probably even stick with running backs in certain situations. But we have Dante Fowler, bro, that can probably play some linebacker. I believe he was a 3-4 linebacker. Don't quote me on that, in Jacksonville. But we also have Sam Williams, who plays flanker on punts. I mean, he has the speed to go downfield. He can have the speed to cover a tight end in certain situations and whatnot. So I would play Sam Williams, especially at linebacker, bro. I would try to do that in potential running situations. Because he's a rotation guy, first of all. He doesn't play as many snaps. And you have him rushing the quarterback usually when he comes in. He's an exceptional pass rusher. But he can be used in the linebacker position, like especially in goal line situations. Like, why do you want to have Bell in there in a goal line situation where Bell can easily be pancaked by any offensive lineman, maybe even by a tight end, bro? He's like 6 feet, one, 215, at most, you know. That's his size, bro. So I would not put him up against linemen and even tight ends. A tight end is usually 250, 240, 260. Why do you want your converted safety to linebacker guy that weighs 215 pounds going up against a 250 plus pounder, bro? That doesn't make any sense. Put in Dante Fowler, weighs a little bit like a tight end, sort of 260 or whatever. Put in Sam Williams that weighs about 250. You know what I mean? It's just common sense to me. I don't know why our team can't think that way. You know what I mean? It's just common sense. Those type of linebackers will rip through blocks. That's what they do. They're big. That's how they do it, because they're big and they have technique, right? So Bell and Micah do not really have the strength to rip through run blocks. They just don't. It's not the same thing when you're going up against a guy 2, 3 times, 4 times your size in Bell's situation. So, yeah, wanted to get that out the way. But on the next play after we forced a punt, I believe it was the next play. I'm not sure it was the exact next play, but the punt happened with about 5 minutes. We get the ball. This play happened about 3 minutes in the first quarter. I wrote down, wish it was the record, bro. The 92-yard dot by Prescott to CeeDee Lamb. Dak eluded the safety. I mean, not the safety position. I mean, the safety he would have gotten. He could have been sacked for a safety in the end zone. He eludes that, and somehow, I don't know what that linebacker was thinking. Kind of just threw a forearm at Dak's back instead of trying to wrap him up. I don't know what happened there, but that's Dak, bro. Dak got out of that somehow. Houdini'd his way out, made a great escape, and threw the ball down. A dot, bro. That was one of the most perfect throws that Dak has made with the receiver being on the run. He just put it right on the money to where CD didn't have to slow down. He had to speed up a little bit, but he didn't lose his balance either trying to get that ball. And even if he lost his balance a little bit trying to get that ball, no one was going to catch him because he was his defender fell down and there was no one in the vicinity to catch him. So he was still going to score no matter what. But Dak threw a dot, bro, made CD not slow down one bit, hit him on stride, on the run, going to his right, everything against all odds. And Dak got that ball out and threw a dot, bro. That was just a dot. That was one of the best throws that I've seen Dak ever make. One of the best plays that I've ever seen Dak make. And of course, 92-yard completion for a touchdown. That's I think it was our second longest TD completion in Cowboys history. And it's the first longest passing touchdown this season in the NFL. So there we go. We did something that nobody did this season. 92-yard touchdown bomb from Dak to our boy CD Lamb, bro. So what a play, bro. What a play on that play. That also marked, and they didn't even go through it in this in the game, but that also marked back-to-back games where CD had 90-plus yards in the first quarter. That's something that I wrote down. They didn't say it on TV. I wrote that down myself because, I remembered he had 93 yards in the first quarter last week. So he gets 90-plus yards in the first quarter this week too. If he does it again next week, I'm pretty sure that's some kind of record. I don't know if that's a record in itself that they didn't pick up in the game. But that's interesting as hell, bro. 90-plus yards in the first quarter, 2 straight games. That is crazy. CD is on another level right now, bro. All I need for him to do is walk that same walk when the bright lights are the brightest in the playoffs on our Super Bowl run. You know what I'm saying? Have that same energy, bro. Bring that same energy, bro. Don't slow down in the playoffs. Because if not, you ain't repping that 88, right? Because the last 88, his nickname was Playmaker. The last true 88, the last Super Bowl winning 88. Let me put it that way. Okay? His nickname was the Playmaker. We had another one, big time 88. His name was X. Know what I'm saying? So, great play. I just want that same energy in the playoffs. That's all I want, bro. And next week against the Commanders to win that, to try to seal up that division title. That would be amazing if we win the division. Amazing. But yeah, Fowler. On the next key play that I wrote down, with 1 minute in the first quarter, Fowler with TFL on 3rd and 3. We force another punt after a sack or a TFL. Another one. You know what I'm saying? That's big time, bro. And Fowler just beat he was going to get a crack block from the tight end. And he just beat that. He just olayed, like they said it on TV. He just olayed the tight end and like nothing, bro. He didn't even like try to hand fight him or anything. He just like get out of the juke, bro, and made that TFL. Crazy play by Fowler. I was big on Fowler going into or going into the draft where he was at. I was big on Fowler, bro. I thought he was going to be a game changing defensive end, which he shows flashes of that to us, but he hasn't been what I thought he was going to be. But he has those flashes, bro. You see it there. He's just not really consistent, but you do see it from time to time that he could have been a star in this league, bro. Maybe if he continues working at it, maybe he'll get a late resurgence, and just become maybe that missing piece that we need, on consistently pass rushing. You know what I mean? Besides Micah, of course, because D Law, he doesn't really. That's not really his game. His game is more run stopping. So yeah, that would be nice, to for Fowler to step up there and be that guy, that can also pass rush consistently and be a star. You know what I mean? So second quarter, 14 minutes left in the second quarter. Incredible INT by Jordan Lewis. Man, was that crazy. What's crazier is the play before. I was just thinking about that crazy pick that he made in college. That one-handed pick where he kind of just caught it like all the way downfield. It was like a 50-yard pass. And the dude just stuck his hand up and it just stuck to his hand and he caught it. It was just a weird catch. Go look at that highlight if you ain't never seen it. That was amazing. But I was just thinking of that, like, man, where has that playmaking been from Lewis this whole time? You know what I mean? He's become such a nice, tackler, in scrimmage, like at the line of scrimmage as a corner. That's very above exceptional, bro. Tackler at the line of scrimmage as a corner. That we forget that he was actually a star in college. He was making some highlights out there. Very athletic dude. And he hasn't really done it lately, but that just shows you, man, like we have some guys that are just wild cards that can play. Like you saw Donovan Wilson. Donovan Wilson was undrafted for us, right? A couple seasons ago. And the way he earned his starting spot, the way he earned a spot on the roster, period, is because we saw him make a couple plays being the third or fourth safety that season in his rookie season when he was undrafted. And when he came in the game, he had a pick. We were like, whoa, who was that? Oh, Donovan Wilson? Who the heck is that? Wearing number, what was he, number 20? Was Donovan Wilson number 26 or something like that, right? That time. And then 37, I think was Donovan Wilson's number. That's his rookie season. And then he made another interception. And it was like clutch moments. And he was making big plays. And we're like, oh, man, we may have found a missing piece to our, defense. And apparently we did, you know what I mean? He's been consistent for us. He just hasn't shown that ball hawking ability so much anymore lately. And sure enough, in this game, he did later on. I'll get to it. But, yeah, incredible interception by Lewis. Yeah, I was just thinking of him making that play in college. The play before, that's pretty damn cool. His first pick, that was Jordan Lewis's first pick since the Lions game last season. So, pretty full circle moment there. Got another pick against the Lions. Maybe the Lions are his muse to getting INTs. I don't know. But with 10 minutes left in the second quarter, Lamb, CD, Lamb. This is what changed the whole complexion of the game. This was on the verge, on the cusp, in my eyes, of being a blowout. All the momentum from us retiring Mr. Jimmy Johnson, which I forgot to say at the top of the show. Congratulations to Jimmy Johnson being in the Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? In our Ring of Honor. Our beloved Ring of Honor. Much deserved, bro. He gave us 2 rings in the 90s. I will never forget that. And now, in the history of the Cowboys franchise, nobody will ever forget that either, because his name is going to be in the quote unquote Raptors. You know what I mean? In the Ring of Honor. So, congratulations to Jimmy Johnson, man. We miss him. You know what I mean? We miss him. Every time we see him on NFL on Fox, we miss him. You know what I mean? Wish he could come back and coach for us even at the age of 80. I don't care. I really don't care. I wish he would, bro. I wish they would let him coach us again. See what happens. You know what I'm saying? That would be a crazy full circle moment in that situation. Or should I say full ring moment? Because he's in the ring. Anyways. Lamb on the record-breaking catch. The record-breaking catch. And on that 92-yard bomb, by the way, CD tied the record, Michael Irvin's single-season catch record. He tied it on that play. On this play, Lamb passed Michael Irvin, and I expected a little, stoppage of time and people to congratulate him, and that's what I saw pregame, right? He only needed 3 catches. I was like, he's going to get it, of course. I knew he was going to get it. But I expected a little stoppage of time. He goes to the sideline or whatever. Like, they stopped the game a little bit. Everybody hugs him. And I expected a little bit of that. I don't know if that's that kind of moment, but it's a franchise record. It's not really a NFL history record. I don't know. But Lamb, on his record-breaking catch, fumbles the reception into the end zone. And it becomes a touchback, turnover. They're talking about changing that rule to where you don't lose the possession. They just move you back to like the 20-yard line or something in such situations. I personally think, why change it? You know what I mean? Why change it? It gives the defense a nice advantage. If it was the other way around, we would be celebrating that guy fumbled the ball, that the other team fumbled the ball into the end zone, and we're getting it, and it's a touchback instead of a touchdown. We would be celebrating our heads off, bro. But since it was CD, we want to look at it kind of in that sense of, well, why not just change the rule? Why do they have to lose the ball? Why, it was a fumble, but it went out of bounds. Nobody recovered it. So why did we lose the ball? And it's like, first of all, don't extend the ball towards the pylon unless you know you're going to, right? Unless you know you're going to cross. If there's too much of a risk, if a guy's coming at you to knock the ball from your hands, don't do that. Just keep it tucked, just the way Jason Witten would always tuck the ball at the goal line, bro. He would I probably saw Jason Witten extend the ball maybe like once his whole career, bro, at the goal line. He would always keep it tucked, bro. I noticed that about Jason Witten. Because he wasn't going to take a chance and extend it and get it knocked out. You know what I mean? That's smart. But it's also smart to extend towards the goal line, but not with the potential of a guy running at you and potential of him knocking the ball loose from you. You know what I'm saying? I just say keep it the same. I vote for keep it the same. What do y'all vote for? Leave it in the comments. But I vote for keep it the same, bro. It kind of makes the game more exciting. If you fumble the ball, you're just cheering your head off, and but if you're on the opposite team, you're just like kind of sad, like, damn, why don't they change the rule? I say just leave it the same. I vote for leave it the same. That's what I vote for, okay? Overall. All right? So, I don't know. Unfortunate play, though. CD shouldn't have extended the ball, obviously. He sees the guy running towards him. Like, he knows there's a guy closing in on him. Why extend the ball? Unless you're going to hold it. It didn't look like he was holding it that tight, bro. He looked loose with the ball, bro. That's honest. He looked loose with the ball. Like, he was just playing with it, and, I'm going to make it no matter. I'm going to make it for sure. That's what it looked like. And this guy's going to get here too late. Like, no, bro. You got to hold it tight. Like if it's your girl, you know what I'm saying? Don't let her get away. Hold her tight. You know. Anyways. Also 10 minutes in the second quarter, my bad. Lions go 3 and out. We stopped him. They go 3 and out. We stopped him on third down. All right. We stopped him on third down for like the 5th straight time. But they get a 4th down conversion on a fake field goal. Does that sound familiar? Because it did happen to us like last week or the week before. I forgot when it was, but I think it was the Bills that did it to us. I don't know if it was the Dolphins, but man, bro, Tolbert. It was Tolbert again, just like the last time. He needs to read something. They need to teach him how to back up instead of turning around once the ball is snapped. Why is he? I know that's almost the regular thing, but in certain situations, bro, you got to know your opponent. This team has the most, our opponent, the Lions, had the most 4th down. They go for it on 4th down 52% of the time or something like that. That was the numbers, somewhere around that line. 52% of the time they go for it on the opponent's side of the field. They're extra aggressive. That's first in the NFL, bro. Knowing your opponent will get you far. Okay? That was on their own side of the field, but the point is, they're ultra aggressive, bro. You got to be aware. You got to be aware when you face Sean Payton on kickoffs. He might just kick an onside kick when you're not expecting it. He's just known for that, right? Over the years, we've seen every now and then he does it. I dropped some water. We've seen that. So knowing your opponent, bro, we need to be aware. Especially when they have the most 4th down attempts. They go for it on 4th down at a higher clip than anybody in the NFL. They're first. You got to be more aware of your opponent. And that should have been coached to Tolbert. That's a lack of coaching. It's not so much Tolbert, but he did get burned on it 2 times now this season. Not good, bro. Put a corner there. Stop putting Tolbert, bro. That's all I'm saying. Anyways. But that being said, and by the way, the score is 7-3. I didn't even say that. The score is 7-3 when CeeDee Lamb scored. We're 7-3. 5 minutes left before halftime. We hold Lions to goal line stand. Micah gets pressure. Goal line stand. We don't let him score. 7-3. That's hella good. With 5 minutes left before the half. Then D-Law gets another TFL when we get the ball, then give it back to them. D-Law gets another TFL on 3rd and 2. 6 straight 3rd down stop in a row for us in this game. Like I said, we were stopping them on 3rd down to begin the game, except for the very first one, which they converted a 3rd and 10. That shouldn't have happened. So we could have very well stopped them on 7 straight 3rd downs. And it would be 7-0, 14-0 right now, by the way. And I don't know why I didn't put a, losing play on the CD fumble. Losing, that's my thing. I don't know why I didn't do it. Losing play on that CeeDee Lamb fumble touchback into our touchdown. Yeah. So that could have very well been 14-0. Could have had all the momentum going into halftime, up 14-0. Um, we would have stopped them on that 3rd and 10 at the very beginning, and then done the same for all the. We would have had 7 straight third down stops. You know what I mean? It, you know, but everything happens and it changes things and whatnot. So the exact same thing wouldn't have happened. I'm just saying. Yeah, our 6th straight third down stop with 44 seconds left before halftime. So we get the ball back. That's awesome. But that gets sacked on like 2nd down, and that just takes us into halftime. We just didn't call timeout or anything. In that situation, though, that got sacked with about 15 seconds on the clock, somewhere 10 to 15 seconds on the clock. Detroit still had 2 timeouts, and it was going to be 3rd down. If I was Detroit, I would have called a timeout. Force us to end up punting the ball to see if you could block it, to see if you could. That's just like, what the heck, bro? As a coach, why are you not doing that? Like, I would have done that in Madden. I always compare the games to Madden, what I would have done in Madden. That's one thing I would have done in Madden. Just make them punt the ball. You never know. You can return the punt all the way. You can block their punt. You can, a lot of things can happen in your favor. That's like a win-win situation. Unless you muff the punt and then give us a field goal at the end. I don't know. But that's just like, come on. Your guy has to catch the ball. But I would have at least made us punt the ball if I was Detroit in that situation. I don't know why they still had 2 timeouts left. It was going to be 3rd down. Call a timeout to force us to run another play. If you stop us, there's only 10 seconds left. If you stop us on that down, then there's like 5 seconds or 4 seconds. Then we have to punt the ball. We have to run a play. We have to punt the ball. We have to do something. Something could go wrong for us. You know what I mean? The odds are in your favor. Talk about analytics. You know what I'm saying? That's the analytical play. Call timeouts and try to make us punt the ball. That's just like if it was reversed. I would want my team to do that. Good thing the Lions didn't do that. But yeah, I'm just showing my knowledge here. My football knowledge. 7-3 at halftime. Then we honor our coach, our beloved, historic Dallas Cowboys coach. It's going to be sad when he passes, bro, because God, just his energy into coaching us and his energy into announcing for us. Well, more like color commentating, right? Like in the post games and whatnot, pre games and all that. The way he always talks about it so passionately, and the way he always cheers for us still, even though there's been that bad blood between him and Jerry Jones this whole time, Jimmy's still stuck with us. You know what I mean? And I heard, they said it in the pregame. Troy Aikman had a lot to do with fixing that whole Jerry Jones, Jimmy Johnson thing that they had going on, and bringing it together. And thank Troy Aikman for that. You know what I mean? That means a lot, bro. Honestly, the last time I saw our Cowboys win, I was very little, and that I love Jimmy Johnson. You know what I mean? I loved him for winning, for helping us win. So yeah, that's that on that. And halftime goes, and Jimmy Johnson says, "How about them Cowboys? One last thing." We all knew it was coming. That teared me up. I'm not gonna lie. That teared me up. That teared me up when he said one last thing, and everybody knew it was coming, and I was just like, oh, yeah. How about them Cowboys? You know what I'm saying? I'm writing that down. That's gonna be the title to this episode. But now, start of the third quarter, start of the second half, we go with Pollard. I didn't write it down. Losing play. And if y'all remember what I'm talking about, Pollard drops a wide open Easy catch for a big play. I did see, though, they didn't even show it on the replay for some reason. I don't know why. But I did see that on that play, the defender, when he was Pollard was kind of swimming by the defender. The defender grabbed his face mask. That should have been hands to the face. That should have been a penalty. They didn't see it. The point is, I'm pretty sure Pollard still got a good look at the ball, even though his helmet was a little bit up. His face mask was a little bit up. It looked like his chin strap was like at his mouth. But it looked like he could still see, man. The ball hit his hands. He should have caught that. Okay? Just a face mask while you're running. Michael Vick style. You know what I mean? Like, come on. But Pollard gets interfered with, illegal hands to the face, illegal touching, or that was within 5 yards, so it's not illegal touching. But there should have been a penalty. There wasn't. Pollard also should have caught that ball. It would have been a big game. That he had so much space, could have potentially been a touchdown. Never know. Still running and hitting his head on the goalpost. You know what I'm saying? But oh well, didn't happen. And then that was with 13 minutes in the third quarter. Then nothing that I really wrote down until 4 minutes in the third quarter. TD to Montgomery by the Lions. They go up 10-7. 10-7. And I'm just like, no, please no. Please don't. But thankfully, things went our way. But yeah. Losing play by Pollard by dropping that pass. That's all I'm saying. And once again, this score wouldn't have happened if we just go and score and have the momentum and we don't, punt the ball and yeah. You know what I mean? So losing play, bro, because we could have gotten points off of that drive. Because that would have been a long play. It would have gotten us at least into field goal range. The Lions should still have 0 points, is my point. And we should have about 17 to 21 points. We're sort of trying to give them the game by making just dumb plays, bro. That's what it is. The fumble by Lamb and then the drop by Pollard. Those are your stars. You want them to... And, Lamb had the game of his life, right? But can't be a reason why we're about to lose. Why we were about to lose. You can't do that when you're the best player on the team or one of the best players on the team. You can't do that. It's got to be... Leave that to a rookie. Leave that to a role player. Leave that to the fullback like last week. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't really carry that much. And apparently he didn't get the ball. The fullback didn't get the ball this week, thankfully. Okay? Lipsky. Just remembered his name. 23 seconds left in the third quarter. Aubrey, our tremendous and one of the most deadly field goal kickers that this league has ever seen, bro. 34 for 34. He nailed the 51-yard field goal like if he was a robot. I'm going to start calling that guy Android. Aubrey the Android. Dak calls him Butter. Butter Aubrey. That's what Dak calls him. But I'm going to start calling that dude Android or Robot or Robo Kicker. There needs to be a nickname for Aubrey, bro. Just not Aubrey's a cool name, you know what I mean? It reminds me obviously of Drake, right? Aubrey Drake Graham, right? Drake just made that name cool somehow. He makes everything cool, you know? But he needs to have a nickname. We need to come up with a nickname for Aubrey, a good one, the one that sticks, because he's just If he does this if it continues this in the playoffs, bro, and he wins us a game or two, this guy, whew, man, you know. So 51-yard field goal drained by Aubrey, 10-10. It is a tied game at this point. Um, fourth quarter, good defense. We hold them to a field goal with 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They go up 13-10. That is the next key play. Cooks, big catch on third down, on 3rd and 5. They zero blitzed. I think it was a zero blitz, unless it was a cover one. But they blitzed the heck out of Dak on that play. They got to him, but not on time, and Dak was able to complete the nice dot to little Brandon, the Archer Cooks, on the sideline. That was some toe tap swag. That was... Cooks does not drop footballs, bro. I've seen him drop, one the whole season? If I'm not mistaken. This dude has been on a tear too. Quietly, low-key. Cooks, he's coming through, bro. Last week he had the go-ahead touchdown with a few minutes left in the game. We should have won that game if the defense makes a stop at the end. If we just make one play by the defense at the end there. We get that win because of the Archer. The week before that, he came up big too. The week before that, he came up big too. He's been on a tear, bro. But obviously Lamb is taking up the spotlight for good reason. For good reason. But Cooks, low-key, he is a game changer, bro. And that's why I've always loved him. And that's why I've always thought we needed a player like him. And we got him. Like a little guy that just brings energy. Or just a player that has that much passion for the game. You can tell his passion. He's always screaming when he scores. After he does, the Archer thing. He's always screaming after he does that. He's so passionate, bro. He has so much energy. When CD Lamb caught that big play, Brandon Cooks is there screaming in his face. Yeah. I love that energy from Brandon Cooks. You could tell his passion, bro. And seeing him make plays out there for us, I've always wanted a player like him. And we got him now. It's crazy. Once again, it's the connectivity between me and my team. You know what I'm saying? I also always wanted, another guy I always wanted was Earl Thomas to come play with us. I wanted Earl Thomas. We never got that. But, yeah. A couple other players, too, that, like Pat Peterson, wanted him. It just never aligned until this season. Everything that I'm just, in vibes with is just happening to our team, bro. I wanted to get rid of Cooper and keep Michael Gallup, and we did that. I wanted to keep Michael Gallup. I was all in on keeping Michael Gallup. Which, if he didn't get injured, would still be that same player that we saw early in his career, which he still can make big plays. He's a little just a tick slower now. Okay? But he could still catch the ball. You know what I'm saying? It's not like he drops everything nowadays and stuff. But, yeah. I mean, if we put him in an opportunity to give us a play, he's going to make that play. We know that. He's shown it throughout his career and still this season as well. You know what I'm saying? You saw him, Moss, a couple guys this season and all the other seasons. So, but having Archer on our team, bro, is just another level. This little 5'10" guy. I'm an inch taller than this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's insane to me. I'm an inch taller than this guy, which I feel like a tall guy, but he just looks so short on TV. He's probably 5'9" or 5'8". No, he's 5'9". Come on now. He's 5'9" and he's 5'8" and 3/4. That's what I think. But I mean, they give him 5'10". I don't know. Uh, Either way, he's a little guy making big plays, and that's what we need, bro. We need big plays from no matter what, big, small guy, whatever. We need big plays, and he's giving it to us, bro. Like nothing more we could ask for from him. He's a special player, bro. 7 minutes left in the ball game. Cooks, catches, touchdown, and arches. Shows us the arch. You know what I'm saying? Dope, dope play. And nice dot by Dak once again. You know what I'm saying? Just nice overall. 7 minutes left in the ball game. We are up 17-13 because of that. Now, here's where the game starts to get interesting. The last 6 minutes was pretty hectic. All right. Big stop on 3rd and 5. Pressure by D-Law and coverage by Gilly. We get the ball back with 6 minutes left in the ball game. That was a very big play. 3rd and 5. We stop them on 3rd down again. Huge, huge play, bro. At the end, our defense steps up, right? That's not it. Hutchinson gets sacked on 3rd down. Oh, this was the play, yeah. Hutchinson gets sacked on 3rd down, and I just wrote this down for fun. Maybe if we lost, I wouldn't have mentioned it. But since we won, I'm going to mention it. Hutchinson gets sacked on 3rd down against us. Key big play for them. And they get the ball back after that. But, yeah. Hutchinson gets a sack and does the stanky leg. And somehow, some way, Joe Buck, white guy, Joe Buck, old white guy, I should say, knows what the stanky leg dance is. Who knew Joe Buck knew what the stanky leg was? Go figure. That surprised me. I mean, he's old. He's an older guy. How would he know what the stanky leg is? You know, like maybe he knows what the twist is. Maybe he knows the jitterbug or something, but the cabbage patch. But he knew what the stanky leg was. That's kind of news to me. I don't know. Like I feel like it's news. So I wrote it down as a key play in my key play book. Tablet, notepad, whatever. I thought that was funny, bro. When he said that, I'm just like, whoa. He caught that, you know? He okay, all right. And he told Troy Aikman, like, yeah, that's, and he hits the stanky leg, and Troy Aikman's like, whoa, I didn't even know it was called that. that's what I expected from Joe Buck, but I mean, Joe Buck knew the stanky leg. That's crazy. I wonder what other dances he knows from our hip hop culture. You know what I mean? That's crazy. But interesting right there. 2 minutes left. Hutchinson gets that sack, so they get the ball back. But when they get the ball back, I think it was 1st down. I'm not sure. It was about 1st, 2nd down, whatever. Because shortly after that, 2 minutes still left in the ball game. Around 2 minutes still left in the ball game. They just got the ball, the Lions did. But then they turn it over. Donovan Wilson makes an incredible, one of the most clutch, incredible picks that you will see. Right there with last year, Trayvon Diggs against the Patriots. One of the most incredible INTs, but Trayvon Diggs was a pick 6. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. But still an incredible INT, bro. Big time clutch play by Donovan Wilson. I've also been wondering where Donovan Wilson has been ever since his rookie season, undrafted, where he earned a starting spot because he picked off 2 clutch plays on back-to-back games or something like that. And it gave us a better spot in the seedings, and we almost made the playoffs, but we missed it. I believe it was that season. Yeah, it was that season. Yeah, and that's why I don't watch one of the Cowboys. I don't even know if he's still with us anymore. Hopefully not. but it ticked me off that season when the white guy, forgot his name. I don't really care about his name. He works for the Cowboys. He does the A to Z Sport Cowboys YouTube channel. That season where Donovan Wilson was playmaking before he started playmaking, when he was just a rookie, um, he said something along the lines of, "We don't have guys like because he answers to fans' comments and questions, right? He has like a mailbag, right? So he was talking about, oh, uh, we do not have the answers on the current roster. If we had the answers, they would be playing. Stop saying to play bench players over the starters. They're the starters for a reason. And I don't know what. We don't have the next guy on the bench right now. We just don't. We don't have him on the practice squad. We need to go find them on the off season. And I don't know what. And our season is over. And this and this and that." He kept on just piling on. And I was just like, first of all, we still have an outside chance of making the playoffs that season, and we could have a guy come up from the practice squad and change the game. You don't know until it happens. It's possible. You know what I'm saying? It was all I was saying. So I couldn't believe he was spitting that negativity and just crap through his mouth. You know what I mean? Just straight up crap. And sure enough, like a week after he said all that, Donovan Wilson comes alive and ends up making some plays for us and becomes our starter for the next few seasons. And this donkey was talking about, we don't have the answers in the practice squad. We don't have the next man up. It's not going to be as good as the starter. And then you get Donovan Wilson starting for the next few seasons. It's like, come on, bro. And then he had also said that we are not going to make the playoffs. We need to start preparing for the offseason. And then we had an outside chance of the last two games of still making the playoffs, bro. Because we went on a little streak. Dude did not know what he was saying. That's what makes me want to do this even more. When I hear just nonsense coming from people that actually work for the Dallas Cowboys. I just wanted to go on that little rant because it reminded me of that. It flashed me back to Donovan Wilson's rookie season, and it made me think of that moment when this dude was saying some nonsense on YouTube for all the Cowboys fans to watch. I don't know if any of y'all saw that. If any of y'all saw that, comment down below. Comment his name. Do something. You know what I'm saying? Clip me and put it on TikTok or something. I don't know. Talking about this guy, because whoever he is, I hope he ain't working for the Dallas Cowboys anymore. Hope he's working for the Redskins or something. You know what I'm saying? Go work for the Giants. Go work for the Eagles. How about that? Go to the Eagles. Say negative things about the Eagles. Go work for them and say negative things about them. But not with us. We are glass half full kind of guys, not glass half empty. All right? So you go get your little negative Nancy comments over there. All I'm saying. And yeah, I have, well, you can consider negative comments from time to time, but it's not like that. It's not like hopeless. No, it's like more like Dak Prescott. I said earlier in the season something about Dak Prescott. I said he's a mid-tier quarterback. He's a top 15 quarterback. But he changed his ways. He even said it after the 49ers game. I recalibrated and I re-techniqued and everything. I got my better drop back skills as well as feet. He corrected his feet. A lot of footwork. He corrected his footwork is what I meant to say. And all that. So he changed this season. Okay? He took it up another notch. Yeah, he was playing great last season. The season before last season, actually. 2 seasons ago, he was playing great. Out of his mind, he was in consideration for MVP at one point, at a small point. But, excuse me. The point is that, yeah, I'll say kind of negative things, but it's not a hopelessness. It's not a, oh, our season is over. Oh, it's not that. It's not that at all. Just wanted to go on that little rant and talk about that guy that I couldn't stand. And I never watched him again. I used to watch him just for fun and just to see what his comments were and all that. When he said that, I never watched another episode of that again till this day. So I don't even know if he's still working for us. That's why I don't know, because I didn't watch another episode. I just didn't. Jack donkey. Didn't say another word. But anyways, that's what it reminded me of. That's why I brought it up. It's not totally off subject. It's on subject because that's what it reminded me of. Donovan Wilson making that incredible INT. All right. Now, Aubrey, after that possession, Aubrey hits number 35 in a row to give us a 7-point lead. What a weapon. What a consistent weapon. If he misses any one of those 2 field goals, the last 2 field goals, we are about to lose this game. Because they ended up getting a touchdown and trying to, on the verge of, you know what I'm saying? So they would have won. They would have beat us if Aubrey misses any one of those field goals. But he came through for us, bro. Big time weapon. Can't say enough about Aubrey. Love Aubrey. And I had said at the beginning of the season, this was one of the negative comments that I said, right? All I said was, I hate how us Cowboys, Jerry Jones, likes to find these guys out of the background that nobody knows and try to make them stars. And because that was after Aubrey in the first game when he missed the extra point. I was just mad. I was like, man, why do we have this kicker in there? Who the hell is Aubrey? You know what I mean? But then he just went on the streak of 3-point field goals, not the extra points, because he's missed like 2 or 3 extra points this season. But he went on a streak of 3-point field goals, not pad attempts. So I'm eating those words right now. I'm eating those words. There's no other way to say it. But I didn't say something like, that's not the guy, or sign someone else. I was just like, who the heck is this guy? Why did you get him? Because he missed the first field goal attempt. It was an extra point, but he missed the first one, and I was just like, man, But I said that. I did. He's making me eat every one of those words. Aubrey is. So I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, 35 in a row. Best ever start for a kicker in NFL history for his first attempts in the NFL. That's insane. That's 100% chance that he's gonna make it so far. 100%. It's not 99.9. It's not 99.8. It's not 99.0. It's not 97. It's not 95. It's not 90. It's not 80. It's not 70. You see where I'm going? It's 100%, bro. So what a weapon to have. We go up 20-13 with 1 minute and 41 seconds left in the game. And this is where it gets even crazier from all the stuff that I just said. I just extended this video by like 15 minutes talking about that rant. But that's what makes me fun. I just come up with random stuff sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe if you F with me. And ring the notification bell so you can know when I'm going to upload. 1 to 3 hours after every game, I will be here for as long as I live. Hopefully. Right? But now, Lions march down the field easily with our soft coverage, bro. What are we doing out there? What are we doing out there? Why do we do that? Why does every NFL team do that? Let's just say, worst case scenario in that situation, right? You're being extra cautious because you don't want to get deep. All you tell your players in that situation, usually what NFL teams do, which I completely disagree with it, just play your game the way you've been playing the whole game. Just do it. Okay, just stick to the same thing you've been doing the whole game. Okay, but you want to tell your players to play kind of soft coverage. Don't get beat over top, no matter what. Play the over top. Give them the underneath. So therefore, they're gaining 15, 20 yards per play because you're giving them the underneath. You don't want to get beat over top 50-yard plays and 40-yard plays and whatnot, right? But you're making yourself susceptible, is that the word? Towards them getting easy yardage and just going downfield with 1:41 left, bro. Like, where does that begin to make sense? Just do what you've been doing. Worst case scenario in the situation where you allow a 60-yard TD, you still have a minute left with like all three of your timeouts. I think 2 to 3 of your timeouts, however many we had left at that point. Then Dak's got it in the bag. You know what I'm saying? They go for 2. All you got to do is go and march down the field and kick a field goal with your 100% kicker. Just think about it. Do what makes sense, what makes more sense, right? Before this, matter of fact, I forgot to mention, before the Aubrey hitting the field goal from whatever amount of yards he hit it this time, his 35th straight, on 2nd and 14 with 1:55 left. I forgot to talk about this. This is going to be a big deal. That's why I wrote it down, but I kind of drew an arrow to it because I forgot to write it down during the game. I was like, what the heck are we doing? Another game with bad time management for Mike McCarthy. This is not the first time he's done it, and it won't be the last time he's done it. He does it. But he needs to stop. He needs to stop this. Mike McCarthy needs to stop having bad time management for us. Now, I just talked about being ultra conservative towards the end of the game, playing soft coverage, right? So that's playing safe, right? Am I right? I'm right. Okay. So why are you playing ultra aggressive on offense if you're going to play safe on defense? Bro, waste the time. If you waste the time, they get the ball back with maybe like 30 seconds left, and then you could play soft coverage because they're not going to make it downfield. They need a whole touchdown. They ain't going to make it downfield to score a touchdown if you play soft coverage with like 20 seconds or 40 seconds left. They're just not. They're not going to do it because they didn't do it. By the time they got downfield, there was like 20 seconds or 15 seconds left. If there was only 40 seconds to work with, they were not going to make it downfield, bro. If you're playing that soft coverage, you're not going to give anything deep. You're going to hold them in front of you. You're just not going to give up, right? It's like, make it make sense, bro. So, 2nd and 14, and we throw a bomb. We throw like a 50-yard bomb out of bounds, Dak Prescott did. On 2nd and 14, with a 1:55 left. Run the ball on 2nd and 14. Run a draw. Make it seem like you're going to throw the ball so you could at least try to catch him off guard and get at least maybe like 7 yards on the play, 10 yards on the play, or maybe even a first down on 2nd and 14 with 1:55 left. Force them to use one of their timeouts so that they don't have them on the last drive if you do get stopped, right? You run it on this play. And just put it this way. You have 100%. Think about it. Make it make sense, Mike McCarthy, bro. I hate this, bro. Mike McCarthy just doesn't know how to time manage, bro. He just doesn't. And he's going to lose us a playoff game if he does this crap in the playoffs. I guarantee it. It's going to happen. See back to this video if it happens. It's going to happen if he keeps doing this dumb BS. This dumb BS. About to cuss again. I was about to cuss. All right. Look. 2nd and 14 with 1:55 left. Right? for the life of me, bro, tell me why Mike McCarthy calls a bomb. That was a design play. You're going downfield. You told Prescott to take a shot, to not only throw the ball, but to take a shot downfield on an option route, nonetheless. It was mentioned during the game. It was an option route. That means the receiver and the quarterback have to be in a precise connection to make sure that they're in the right. I don't know how the receiver read a stop route on that play. That can get picked and pick sixth or something. You don't want to run a stop on that play, bro. You do want to do a go on that play. So the receiver should have kept going. It was one-on-one coverage. Should have kept going towards the pylon. He didn't. He cut it short. I think it was Michael Gallup, which makes big plays, by the way. So if you're going to do this, yeah, go to Michael Gallup. But don't do an option route. Why was that an option route? Unless Gallup just ran the wrong route and it wasn't an option route. All right? But why leave it up to chance? You see what I'm saying? Why leave it up to chance in the first place? Just run the ball. You know 100% if you run the ball, Tony Pollard is very good at not fumbling. It's like a 1%, 2% chance that he'll fumble. Okay? Versus you trying to complete a pass at the end, a bomb, that's like a 40% chance that he catches the ball, maybe? 40% chance that he catches that ball? While one-on-one coverage? 50% at best, right? 50-50. What odds do you want to take? They talk about analytics so much, bro. But they don't use them when it really makes sense. They only use them when they want to seem smart. Which is dumb because they seem dumb doing this and these analytics. Like, bro, just go with the flow of the game. The flow of the game right there was saying run the ball. Force them to make their timeouts. Call their timeouts. Okay, look. Let's go back to the situation, right? We're about at the 40-yard line, right? Right about 35-yard line, 40-yard line, right? Right. So, you have 1:55 left in the game. Right. Okay. You have 100% field goal kicker. That's what Mike McCarthy keeps on forgetting when we go for it in our opponent's own territory, in the red zone, whatever. Mike McCarthy keeps on forgetting that we have 100% field goal kicker on our squad. Just take the 100% points. If anything, he'll miss it. And then next time it'll be a 90% chance or 99% chance that he'll make the field goal, which is still in your odds, which is still kick it, still take the points. Okay? If this is what I'm saying. If this was a situation where there was more time left on the clock, let's just say there's enough time for them to go score than you to get the ball back. Do this play. Yeah, run a go, try to take a deep shot on a 2nd and 14. I have no problem with it if there's about 5 minutes left in the game. I have no problem with it. Situation, bro, think about it. What I'm saying is smart. What Mike McCarthy did was stupid as hell. Let's just say call it like it is. What Mike McCarthy did was maybe he thought there was still 5 minutes left on the clock, because I don't see any other way. There's 1:55 left. The 2-minute warning just passed by. And the squad you're playing, I think, only had 2 timeouts left. Right? Am I right? I think they only had 2 timeouts left at this time. Once again, let me run it by. If there was 6, 7, 5 minutes left in this ball game, 8 minutes if it was a whole quarter, 2nd and 14, 100% of the time, yeah, I'm down to go with a pass on this situation if there's more time left, because that means that if you do uh, miss the field goal by any chance that you're about to attempt, because you don't convert the touchdown on the attempt to hit the touchdown, and let's just say you missed the field goal on the place kick, they get the ball, they go down and score, maybe with like 2 minutes left in the ball game. You know, worst case scenario. You still get the ball back with 2 minutes left with Dak Prescott having so many game-winning drives, and all you need, well, in this situation, if he misses the kick, you know, we would need more. We would need a touchdown, right? Depending on if the Lions go and score a touchdown or get a field goal. Changes everything, right? But the point is you can get the ball back with a chance to win the game again. So you do take a deep shot if there's more time left on the clock. Now let's go back into the situation that we're actually in. 1 minute and 55 seconds left, 2nd and 14. They have 2 timeouts left. The 2-minute warning just went by. Tell me what you're going to do in Madden. Tell me what you're going to do in Madden. Go ahead. Just tell me what you're going to do in Madden. You're going to run the ball, bro. You're going to run the ball. Run the ball. They call their timeout. Now they're down to their last timeout. Let's just say you gained 5 yards on the play because you ran a draw. Let's just say you got 6 yards on the play. Now it's a 3rd and let's just say 8. 3rd and 8 situation, 3rd and 5 situation. They have 1 timeout, and now there's 1 minute and 45 seconds on the clock. 1 minute and 4. Let's just say 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. Let's just say that. 3rd and 5, 1 minute and 40 seconds on the clock. What are you going to do now? 3rd and 5. You're going to run the ball again. So they're forced to call their last timeout. Hopefully you pick up the first down, but you made them lose their last timeout. Now there's less time on the clock. I don't know if they had 1 minute left on the clock. I don't know if they had 1 timeout left in the game or they had 2. That also makes a difference, right? Of what you do on the 3rd down play. Because on the 3rd down play now, you could try to take a shot since you already forced them to call one of their timeouts. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just you already forced them to use a timeout because you ran it on 2nd and long. So, and on 1st down, what did we do on 1st down now that I'm thinking about it? What did we do on 1st down? I think we tried to pass it and we got sacked. That's why or we tried to run it. Did we try to run it? And then they called a timeout? Then the 2-minute warning hit or something. I don't know. I forgot what happened there. But I started from 2nd down for a reason. 2nd and 14. I think they had 2 timeouts. So now you forced them to call a timeout. So now on 3rd and let's just say 6, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 8, whatever it is. Now that you forced them to call one of their timeouts and there's a little less time on the clock, maybe now you want to try to go for throw the ball and try to go for a 1st down. Or you have an option of also running the ball, running a read option, whatever you want to run, to try to pick up that 1st down to end the game. Or go for the pass. You have options then, right? But on 2nd down, I cannot stress enough that this is such a bad call by Mark McCarthy to go for a pass. Especially a 40, 50-yard bomb, bro. What is he calling out there late in the games? Every time, bro. This is going back to last season. Every time he has bad clock management. And I don't like it not one bit. That's why I wasted about 15 minutes talking about his ass. Okay? So that's what I wanted to go through. Now, We kick a field goal. Going back to that, we kick a field goal. We're up 20-13. Mr. Automatic, number 35, in a row. All right. Lions. Now, they get the ball. And now, instead of, being aggressive, right, what you're doing on offense, you're being aggressive on offense. You go on defense with 1:41 left, right? Which shouldn't have even been there. It should have been less than that, once again. But it's 1:41 left. You play the softest coverage I've ever seen played. Allow them to just march down the field and go and get a touchdown. Just so easy, bro. It just looked too easy. And Golf is a great quarterback, so he made it look easier. But we didn't help ourselves by playing that pillow defense, bro. Soft. So now we allow them to march all the way down the field. And, I mean, that's not really on Mike McCarthy unless he's the one that told Dan Quinn to play soft or something. I mean, I doubt it. But that's more likely on Dan Quinn also. So both of our coaches just messed up in the end. You do not want to play soft coverage with 1:41 left, bruh. And I think they had a timeout left. Oh, my God. What the heck are we doing late in the games, bruh? That's all I'm saying. So, on the next play, you get illegal on the 2-point conversion. You have number 68. We all learned his number now. Number 68, who may have reported eligible. That the tape shows he reported eligible, but the ref didn't see it. He catches the ball for a 2-point conversion touchdown. If you want to call it that, a 2-point conversion, whatever. And then they call illegal touching on number 68 because he, quote unquote, didn't report eligible. Once again, I explained it to begin this video. We know now that was the incorrect call. Yes, but they were also lined up illegally. So it was illegal formation. And it was also an illegal man downfield because the other side didn't have a person covering the lineman, or this side didn't have the person covering the lineman, or whatever the heck. But it was an illegal formation and an illegal man downfield. Okay? On top of the illegal touching that they called, which wasn't correct, it should have been a penalty either way. So, karma, okay? Because they missed the other things, but they got this one. And according to post-game, there was 2 flags thrown because they were going to call illegal man downfield, or one of those called illegal man downfield or illegal formation, whatever. But they somehow didn't even mention that. I didn't hear it mentioned. I don't know if it was just me. But the point is, there should have been a penalty on that play no matter what. Okay, so the Lions did deserve a penalty on that play. No matter if it was the illegal touching or not, they deserved a penalty on that play because they did a bunch of illegal stuff, okay, on that play. All right, so let's just get over that. There's no penalty. There is no steal through a penalty. There is no steal of the game through a penalty, okay? There's none of that. There should have been a penalty even if it wasn't that illegal touching thing. All right, get that cleared up. Micah on the next play. Losing play, bro. I'm going to write it down. I'm going to be fair. Losing freaking play, bro. By Micah. What is he doing, bro? Why are you trying to jump the snap in such a critical play? If you get that penalty called on you, you now move him 5 yards closer to the line and you give him a free play. So they had 2 more chances to try to score a 2-point conversion on us that they didn't convert. Think about that. So that illegal touching play that they did score on, They still had 2 more tries, bro, including this free play right here that we got an interception on, which should have ended the game. But Micah was offsides. Losing play. You cannot do that, Micah Parsons. What the heck are you doing out there, bro? Yes, I'm criticizing our team during a win because you can't do that and expect to be a Super Bowl champion. You cannot do that's like having Leon Lett on your team. Like, he does things that you're not supposed to do and win a Super Bowl, but apparently we're so good that we still won with Leon Lett on the team. With having those blunders is what I mean. Like, he wasn't a bad player, he was a good player, but blunders, bro. Micah Parsons is a great player, but you can't have blunders in key situations, bro. You can't give him more times to try to score on you to win the game. What the heck are you doing, Micah? You cannot do that, bro. I hope when he goes on his little podcast and talks about himself that he stands up and says, I was wrong for doing that. I hope that's the first words that comes out of his mouth when he starts talking. Because don't talk about it wasn't illegal. It was illegal touching her. Don't talk about all that, Micah. Stop. Hold yourself accountable and worry about all the other stuff to us. We talk about it, not you. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Stop responding to people, bro. Please. Pretty please. Stop responding to people, bro. That's not your job right now. Yeah, you want to be an analyst, Micah, and I like it. But I do not like when you go and respond to people. That should be beneath you at the moment. You're still a player, bro. That should be beneath you at the moment. Let them talk. You do your analytical job, whatever you call it. Your color commentary job, whatever you want to call it. You do that, your podcast job. Do that without mentioning other people, bro. Just worry about what you got to say. Don't worry about what they're saying about you. Okay? Because you got a responsibility to uphold, and that's to win the Super Bowl for us. Stop responding to people. You're looking weak because you're getting sensitive to what they say, bro. You're looking weak. You're not looking strong. Look strong, bro. Like, you're a strong guy. Look strong by not responding to people, bro. That's all I'm saying. Just don't worry about them. You're mentally tough. You know, play that card. Don't play the I'm sensitive, stop talking about me card. That makes you look like, you know what it makes you look like. Come on now. Like, come on now, bro. I shouldn't have to say it. Like, stop responding to people, bro. And also, hold yourself accountable for this play, because that was donkey, okay? That was donkey booty, bro. That's what you did, donkey booty, okay? On that play. Micah gets offsides. Bell would have ended the game with that interception. Instead, or they still had an onside kick try. But CeeDee Lamb, you know. But anyways, Bell would have ended the game on that play if it wasn't for Micah Parsons. And we almost lost because of Micah Parsons. And it would have been CeeDee Lamb and Micah Parsons to blame to losing the game, because CeeDee Lamb fumbled at the goal line, and then Micah Parsons got an offsides at the goal line to allow them to score. That would have just been so bad. And then we would have been out of the contention. That would have made the Eagles clinch the division. On a play where we retired Jimmy Johnson at halftime. On a game where we retired Jimmy Johnson. You know what I mean? No, man. That wouldn't have... Micah, bro. But luckily, we intercepted that play, and they didn't convert. It was a free play, but they got another chance, but we intercepted that play, so they didn't convert on that play. They got another shot, and then Golf underthrows the play because of pressure, sort of pressure by Micah. I mean, he was kind of coming off the edge, but he wasn't really getting home. But yeah. Oh, on that interception, on that Micah Parsons offsides, our boy, I like the way you work it. Oh, diggity, got that pressure to make Golf throw a pick. So props to Old Diggity on that play. That didn't count because Michael Parsons was outside. But once again, I hate, because, Micah did get back to his side before. Not before the ball was snapped, but he did get back to his side. So it's like he didn't get a running start, is what I'm trying to say. So the offsides had nothing to do with the success of the play, and those are the plays that I hate, when there's a penalty that has nothing to do with the success of the play. In other words, we stop them, we get a interception, we get a fumble, but a penalty was called that had nothing to do with the success of the play. That's the penalties that I hate the most. And this penalty had nothing to do with O'Diggity getting home and almost sacking Golf, and it had nothing to do with Bell getting the interception. But that's what made it that much worse than me talking about it for 5 minutes. Micah, do better, bro. Do better, Micah. There's no other way to say it, bro. You're our star on defense. You're our number one star on defense. 2 words. Do better. All right? So, O'Diggity gets that pressure. That's awesome. Awesome by O'Diggity. All right? Now, that concludes my key plays for this game. And that's that. Next, I'm going to go through the player stats. Then I'm going to go to the game stats. Then I'm going to give out my ever famous game balls. All right. So, bear with me. We're closing up here on DBFT. Like, comment, subscribe if you F with me, guys. I appreciate it. Ring the notification bell. I post 1 to 3 hours after every ball game, after every one of our games. Maybe even 4 sometimes, like this situation where I did a little extra research and I took a little extra long talk about certain things. So it took me 2 hours to go through this. So, but the point is, ring the notification bell and you will be alerted when I upload. So you won't have to be like, oh, when is he, you just know when it drops. It's just going to pop up on your phone or on your TV or whatever you have it on, and it'll alert you, or your computer, But it'll alert you if you ring that notification bell. Like, comment, subscribe, please. Helps out a lot. Thank you. Now, player stats for the game. Dak Prescott went an astounding 26 for 38 for this ball game, bro. 26 for 38, 345 yards, 2 touchdowns, and of course that pick where he was trying to make too much happen. It's fine. We won the game, so we forgive him. Tony Pollard, he had 16 carries for 49 yards, 3.1 a carry average. No touchdowns. It is what it is. CeeDee Lamb had what most star receivers have in 2 games. He had it in 1 game. 13 receptions for 227 yards. 17.5. That's another big stat in this. 17.5 average per catch. Whoa. And a touchdown. Talk about a deep field threat. You know what I'm saying? Cooksey, the Archer, had 5 catches for 60 yards, 12.0 a catch, and a touchdown as well. So both of our 1 and 2 receivers stepped up this game. That is awesome and amazing. And that was pretty much it for the offensive player stats. Sacks, Armstrong had 1. And Armstrong had 1. And that's all I see here. INTs, we know. Interceptions, Wilson, Donovan Wilson and Jordan Lewis both each had one pick to complement that defense. The Lions stats. Jared Goff went 19 of 34 for 271 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2, count them, 2 interceptions thrown this game. Montgomery had 14 rushes for 65 yards, 4.6 a carry, and 1 touchdown. Not bad, but you could say that we stopped Montgomery. You can say it, okay? He didn't have 179 yards like Cooks. Like Cook, my bad. Like Cook had a couple weeks ago. So, you could say we stopped him. You know what I'm saying? But Gibbs did add 15 carries for 43 yards, 2.9 a carry. Once again, 2.9 a carry. Not great. We stopped the run pretty much. You know, we kept them under 4 yards a carry. That's big. You know what I'm saying? I think, I don't know what that averages out to, honestly. But at least for their two running backs, we held them for an average of like about 4 yards a carry. I think under 4 yards a carry is what it would average out to. Maybe like 3.5 a carry. Is what it would average out to. But we stopped the run. I mean, they did gain. Yeah, they did get over 100 yards rushing, I believe. But we'll go into that right now. Receiving, they had Ahmad St. Brown, I think his name. St. Brown, 6 receptions for 90 yards, 15.0 average, and 1 touchdown. You could say he killed us, you know. He killed us. 6 receptions, 90 yards, you know. Laporta, the tight end, which messed up a couple times this game, not picking up certain blocks and stuff. Thank you for Laporta. But he had 7 catches for 84 yards, 12.0 a catch. Not bad. I forgot his name, but Williams, number 9, had 2 catches, 69 yards, 34.5 a catch with that long reception that he burned Deron Bland on. Excuse me. Dorsey had 1 reception for 31 yards, 31 reception. So that wasn't good. Reynolds had 1 reception for 13 yards, and Raymond had 1 reception for 11 yards. That none of those are good, you know. That 1 reception for 11 yards is the one that they converted the first down to the very first third down. 1 reception for 11. Man, okay. So they had 1 pick by Melifonwu. Melifonwu. I don't know his name. Anyways, all right. Team stats. Going into the team stats. Then next up is the game balls. I'm gonna try to wrap this up with exactly 2 hours on the clock. So let's try to do this. Okay. Let me do it this way. All right. Team stats. Lions total yards 420. They had more total yards than we did. Crazy. We had 384 yards. Passing yards, they had 295 passing yards. We had 323 passing yards. They had rushing yards, 125 rushing yards. So they did officially get over 100 as a team. But none of the individual runners eclipsed the 100 yards. Not even 70, right? But they had 125 yards rushing. We had 61. Putrid. We can't do that. We have to have more than that. We got to do better. They had twice the amount. They had twice the amount of rushing yards that we did. That's embarrassing. Yards per play, though, they were 6.3 yards per play. We were at 6.2 yards per play. Okay, so that's big. First downs, they were at 21 first downs. We were at 17. They beat us on that, but Third down efficiency was key and may have been the deciding factor in this game because the time of possession was almost even. Third down efficiency for them, 4 out of 13 tries. Amazing by the defense. It should have been 3 out of 13 because they converted a 3rd and 10 at the beginning of the game. It shouldn't have happened. But 4 out of 13 third down efficiency for them. We were right at the sweet spot, 50%. We were 7 for 14 on third down. That is big. That is winning football right there. 7 for 14 third down efficiency is usually going to win games. All right. Fourth down efficiency, they were 2 for 3. We were 0 for 0. Of course, they went for it on that one punt. And then they went for it. I forgot on the other one. Okay. Whatever. Total plays. They had 67. We had 62. Comparable. Sacks allowed. They had 1 sack allowed. We had 3 sacks allowed. Including one by Tyron Smith. Man, And we did lose Tyler Smith for this game. Hopefully he'll be healthy for the playoffs. Let's rest him next game. Let's just rest him. Let's try to rest him. But if he's completely healthy, obviously I want him in there. But let's try to rest him. I am very tired. As you see, my eyes are low. So punts, they had 4. We had 4. On punts. So penalties, we did really good this game. Matter of fact, they had 6 penalties for 35 yards, and we had 5 penalties less than them. And we had 1 less penalty than them and 1 less yard and penalties than them. That's rare. But yeah, they had 6 for 35. We had 5 penalties for 34 yards. So we did good this game in penalties. That's I'll take that any day of the week. All right. I'll take no penalties any day of the week, but if you're gonna have some, 5 for 34 ain't bad. Okay. Fumbles lost. We had 0. They had 0 fumbles lost. We had 1 fumble lost, of course. CD Lamb fumbling into the touchback. Interceptions thrown. They had 2. We had 1. Time of possession, which is usually my favorite stat, but in this case, we overcame it. Sort of. I mean, it was kind of equal. They had 30 minutes and 36 seconds time of possession. We had 29 minutes and 24 seconds. Very, very close in time of possession. They beat us by a little bit, but we beat them by a little bit. Overall, 19-20. We get the win. Win for the good guys. How about them Cowboys? That was the game. Now, for my favorite segment, and hopefully y'all's favorite segment, like, comment, subscribe if you have with me once again. Ring the notification bell. I'm wrapping up here. Game balls. All right, this is time. It's time for the game balls. I don't know if I said we're 11-5, but we're 11-5. 2019 win over the Lions. All right. Game ball right here. This is an offensive game ball. Who else can get this game ball today besides CD, who did have a fumble that almost cost us the game? But since we won, of course, nobody gets game balls when we lose. But yeah, since we won, we're good. CD, you get your 4th game ball this season from Like. All right. CD Lamb with, I already mentioned his stats. I don't need to go over them again, but they're amazing. So let me just mention 227 yards on 13 receptions, bro. Amazing. All right, we might not see another game like that from him. I don't know. Maybe not, but that's a historic game. Either way it goes, his 4th game ball this season. And on defense, with his 1st game ball this season, I've decided to go with one of the clutchest interceptions I seen us Cowboys make in a minute, bro. Donovan Wilson, bro, came up big on that play. I am gonna give him the game ball. He also had a couple of nice key stops, nice key tackles. So Donovan Wilson, you get this game ball. It's not a remote. It's a game ball. You get it. All right. That is it for that. Our next game is next week against the Commanders. They have not, let me just check just in case. They have not announced what time we're going to play next week. They still haven't. Nope. But we do play January 7th. We just don't know the time yet. It's a flex game. They can put it probably Sunday night if it really counts, if it really matters. Who doesn't want to see the Cowboys on Sunday night? You know what I mean? So it's going to be Sunday, January 7th, next week at the Commanders. What's that word? Our Achilles heel, right? Road game. But our Achilles heel is not the division because we've only lost one division game, and that was to the best other team in the division, the Philadelphia Eagles. So, we did split with them, though. So we beat them, too. We gave them their only loss in the division as well. Know what I'm saying? Thus far. They still have the Giants in the last game, but so far, we even on that. But yeah. We play the Commanders. The Commanders are 4-11. We should easily beat them. They are on like a 5-game losing streak or something like that. 6-game. We should easily win this game. There shouldn't be any excuses why we lose this game. Doesn't matter that it's on the road. We're gonna have to face road. We're gonna have to do some road time in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? If we want to get to the Super Bowl, so there's no excuses why we shouldn't win this game. This should be an easy win for us. This should be a 30-10 win for us. Okay. So that's where I put it. I need to start giving score predictions for the rest of the games. I'm just saying. But yeah, that does it for me. I will see y'all next week. I would say same time, same place, but same place, different time, maybe, most likely. And yeah, once again, my name is like, comment, subscribe if you have with me. If you've enjoyed this, leave it in the comments, please. It means a lot. Also, thank you for rocking with America's team. We them boys. And I just have one thing left to say. How about them Cowboys? See y'all next week, guys.